What's wise, my people? What is wise? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this wise thoughts, wise moves, wise clues for you guys to be wise too. And I'm the wise guy who once was that fool. I swear to God on my blunt. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, we finna come off the dome with this one right here. They asked me a question the other day, so I'm gonna give you guys the answer right here on this channel. You know what I'm saying? They saying hate and jealousy is what's in some people's heart, right? And let me say this, you know where I'm coming from? It goes back to this right here, right? Everyone was created with positive energy inside of them, right? And when you a baby, everything is all about positive energy. Everything is all about love. You know where I'm coming from? So as you get a little older from being a baby, you know, here comes the negative frequency that I always talk about. Here comes the hate. Here comes the jealousy. Here comes all the other things. What I mean about this negative frequency that's put into place is the things that you see on these movies. It's the stuff that you guys read in these books, you know? It's almost like this. If I come out with a brand new car that don't nobody have, well, I ain't even gonna say me. I'm gonna say it like this. Let's say that it's a brand new show that's coming on, right? And this show that's coming on TV, you know what I'm saying? Here go a guy that's coming on, you know what I'm saying, that's known, very known with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So now he comes out with a fresh new necklace, a fresh new watch, and a fresh new bracelet, with a fresh new car, with a fresh new mansion that ain't nobody never seen before, right? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like this. Once you see that person with them type of things, you gonna want them too. So then you got to ask yourself this: what is it to gain the world and lose yourself? What is it to gain the material things and lose yourself trying to gain them things? You got to ask yourself that. So that's what we didn't do as kids. So I'm trying to deliver this message to you guys today, so to give you guys some type of wisdom to look at it different than how we looked at it, you know? I'd rather keep myself than gain the world. So if I see back in the days when we saw these things on TV shows, and we saw Pimp My Rise, and we saw MTV Cribs and all that, and we saw Mr. T with all his jewelry on, you know, what we ain't knowing is that image was painted out here. Them guys was paid to push that image out here, you know? So they already knew because it's almost like this. They already knew what they say, and I'm gonna use the riddle how they use. What the monkey see, the monkey will do. So that was the riddle right there. A lot of y'all didn't catch on to that. So what you seen this guy do on TV is what everybody else gonna want to do too. They not knowing if this guy sold his soul. They not knowing if this guy's a puppet. They not knowing if this guy crawling around like a snake. They actually don't even know if this guy in a dark place getting high because he's not loving himself because what he chose to do. See, we don't know these questions. We don't have the answers. You understand? We don't have the answers to them questions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say this again. We come out as positive energy, loving everything and everybody. You understand what I'm saying? But what the monkey see, the monkey do. So what we see on TV is what everybody want to do. What we hear in these songs is what everybody doing. You understand what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself now today, you know, When the last time have we just heard an R&B song just go platinum? All we heard is rap music. If it's not, it's rap. Yeah, that's what we all heard. You know, we hearing rap music, and we hearing songs about women who, if you ain't got this, you ain't got, they not this. Yeah, we hearing. We not hearing this Keith Sweat and you know what I'm saying, the R. Kelly, the rest, you know, R. Kelly, free R. Kelly. You know, we're not hearing these type of music no more. That music that'll bring people together. You know, we're hearing this trap music and all this other stuff. That's the negative frequency that I'm trying to talk to you guys about, you know, today. We come out as positive energy, but somehow we choose to gain the world instead of being ourselves. See, if we understand this, being ourselves, we are already superhuman with powers to do whatever we want to do. So why not just be yourself? You understand what I'm saying? Why not just be yourself, other than putting this and doing this and putting costumes on and manipulating others to be something that you really not? Why do it? But this is what I don't understand this too. People think that just because I sit here and talk about what I talk about that I'm trying to bring people together. Nah, that ain't what I'm trying to do, you know. But if the outcome of that's what happens, and the outcome of it, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm all power to it. You understand what I'm saying? But nah, my shows on this YouTube channel is to give you guys a message. You know, it might be in my riddle how I put it out there though. So it's up to you guys to ask me questions, leave some comments to get some answers. Because what AI doing is coming up with his own ideas of what he think you talk about and how you think you sharing it. You know where I'm coming from? So these guys, AI is very intelligent, don't get me wrong, but AI haven't went inside of everybody's brains to understand how everybody think. See what they did, I think they done programmed AI just to go off inside the people that they felt was just smart. And you know, because there's certain things that they trying to conquer and certain things that they trying to destroy. So if you're trying to conquer certain things, then you want AI to work in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to destroy certain things, you want AI to work in a certain way. You know where I'm coming from? So what I be doing sometimes in these shows of mine is speaking in riddles. You know? So I speak in this riddle just to see if AI understand what I'm even talking about. 9 times out of 10, they don't. You know where I'm coming from? It's nowhere near to what my meaning is or what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to deliver out here to the people. You know where I'm coming from? So I'm going to say this. I'm still alive for anyone to ask me questions, leave comments or whatever it is about it all, you know? But I'm going to go back to what I'm talking about. Love is inside of everybody. Love is inside of everybody. From a baby all the way till you 4, 5 years old, you have love inside of you. So once you're able to bring once they're able to, that's why they say target the kids. You know what I'm saying? So if you target the kids, you're able to bring a negative frequency inside the kids' minds at a young age. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're able to program them to get that love outside of them and start loving material things. That's the reason why we see these cartoons and like I say, the movies and all that. But we're going to get off of that. And I'm going to say it one more time. Love is inside of us. You understand what I'm saying? Inside of everybody. You know what I'm saying? That hate and jealousy come from material things that you want. Survival mode that you in. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to hate the next person because he got something that you don't have. Or you're going to feel the next person hating on you because you have something that he don't have. You understand what I'm saying? That's what let me go back to this right here. Because I was going to wait, but we finna get on this right now. You know what I'm saying? 1712, right? Something was created. Something was discovered. 1712. I'm not gonna give no names out. I'm just gonna give y'all some message right now. 1712. Something was discovered. And what was discovered was this right here. To take a fist and turn it into 5 fingers. Make them 5 fingers point at each other instead of staying a fist. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, let me say it one more time if y'all ain't understanding what I just said. 1712, something was discovered to separate the fingers, the fists, and turn them into 5 fingers. It was so smart about what they done and how they did it, they even made them 5 fingers point at the other fingers. You understand now what I'm saying? Here come 2026. Still going on today. The light skinned against the dark skin. The rich against the poor. The ugly against the beautiful people. Smart against the dumb people. Nobody can agree on what's right. So everybody still bumping heads ever since 1712 when it was discovered. So what didn't happen was money was printed. Yeah, I'm going back to what I'm talking about earlier when I told you guys, you know what I'm saying, this negative frequency. That's the whole reason why money was printed. It's the whole reason why they put costumes on people and gave them attention that they gave them. So everybody who look up to them will want to be just like them. See, to be just like them is certain things you have to do to where you lose yourself and try to gain the world. So you asked again, where do love come from? Love is the positive energy that's inside of us. You understand what I'm saying? Negative frequency is what they try to get the people to love more than themselves. And I'm going to say this. Here's one of them. And it's going to make a lot of people not understand me because I'm going to use this name. They say the biggest trick the devil put on the people is to make them believe that he didn't exist. It was just a word. You understand what I'm saying? The biggest trick the devil put on the people was to make them feel and think that he do not exist. That's the negative frequency that's out here. That's the devil. Somebody's putting it out here to control the brain, to control the mission, to control everything. So it ain't no trick no more. It's now we should understand who it is and what it is. And now I'm finna say what I was gonna say. That's gonna make a lot of people upset at me. The biggest trick that they put on us was the Bible. Well, not me, because I can't read it. I'm saying for those who read it. And I'm going to say that to say this. Go get 20 people that done read the Bible. That's a Christian. Go get 20 people that done read the Bible. That's a Catholic. Go get 20 people that done read the Bible. That's Muslim. Go get 20 people that's Buddhist. Go get 20 people that's Jehovah's Witnesses. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if this Bible is so what everybody's saying what this Bible is, why them 5 groups can't even get along with each other and come up with the right answer about what the book is saying? See, the outcome of this right here, we have every religion out here want to say they was the first one. Well, I was here first. Who gives a damn who was here first when we all human? Let's find out how we can come together. But that ain't gonna happen because the biggest trick the devil put on the people is to make them feel they do not exist. Give them a book and let them read and make them turn on their people. And the only thing they gonna love is the spirit that they can't see. So what I'm trying to say, which is this right here. From age 1 to 5, you love everybody. I said that once, I'm gonna say it again. 1 to 5, you love everybody, right? When you know how to read these books, and you know how to see the TV, and you know how to hear things that people say, that's what goes off inside your brain. And the brain is almost like a computer, right? Whatever you put off inside that computer, it's what it's gonna come up every time. Let me say this, like, go on your computer today and go search whatever you're gonna search, you know what I'm saying? Look it up and do whatever you're gonna do. Tomorrow you're gonna see something that's kind of similar to what you searched that's gonna pop up in your computer. See, the brain operates the same way. So if you ain't programming your brain how important it is to do this or how important it is to do that, you're not gonna get certain things popping up on how you need to do it. So if you already didn't attract to this negative frequency that already tells you not to have faith in human, not to believe in man, not to believe in woman, only believe in a spirit that you can't see that don't talk back to you, you already programmed your computer to be searching in that way. So the outcome is turning your heart cold. And now I'm finna get on these sensors, right? Yeah, we finna talk about the sensors of the body. You know where I'm coming from? We're gonna talk about the sensors that's in the body. See, hear, taste, feel. Understand. All of the sensors, right? And the very important sensor there is this one right here that I'm finna share with you guys, right? When you're doing something wrong. Talked about this the other day on one of my other shows though, but I'm gonna talk about it again today. When you're doing something wrong. See that frequency right there when you're doing, that sensor right there when you're doing something wrong, you can't go against it. But if you go against it, guess what? The outcome is your fault. I'm finna explain to you guys about these sensors that's inside of you. When you're doing something wrong, the brain already sensed it. So it's sending a signal to your heart. Have your heart feeling a certain way before you even do it wrong. Or probably at the time when you're getting ready to do it wrong. A couple of seconds before you're getting ready to do it wrong. It goes to the heart and the heart feels a certain way. Now, if you keep on not paying attention to that sensor that's sending from the brain to the heart, then what it's gonna do, the heart's gonna send it to the stomach. You understand what I'm saying? See, then your stomach gonna get to feeling a certain type of way. You understand me? Now, to go against that sensor, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up going and doing something wrong. And the outcome, you're gonna put yourself in somewhere in a place that you don't wanna be in. Yeah, I said it. You're gonna put yourself somewhere that you don't wanna be when you ignore them sensors. So you got another sensor, you got the taste, you got to see, you got to hear. Like I said, to understand it, to ask questions, to speak, to all of that, to listen, all of that, them sensors. Don't ignore them. Because once you ignore them, like I said, it's a place for you. It's what my father always told me, this right here. You ain't got to listen to me. But it's somebody that you're going to have to listen to. You know where I'm coming from? You ain't got to do nothing that I'm asking you to do. But it's going to be somebody out here that you're going to have to do what they tell you to do. Yeah, it may go over y'all's head what I just said. But you don't have to do nothing that I'm saying. But it's going to be somebody out here that's going to tell you to do it, and you're going to have to do it. You understand where I'm coming from? So now I'm going to show this right here too. To help people that's just like you. You understand me? To help people that's just like you, you'll get the same outcome. Here's what I mean by it. If you're a good person, them sensors gonna kick in, and so you're gonna be able to understand and feel the next person when he or she is good, right? To help that person helps the other person. That person helps another person. It's all good vibes. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you want a bad person to help people that's just like you, you keep on continuing having bad things going on. So this is why the cycles have never been broke, because the outcome is this right here. You have people that's helping people that's just like them. So without using no names, I'm going to say it like this. It's that gas, okay? I'm going to use it like this. Let's say ink pen is a snake, right? Ink pen only gonna help people who moves like a snake. And here's why. Because if you correct the snake on the way it moves, it finds a way to stop crawling around you. You hear what I just said, or do you want me to say it again? Once you correct a snake, it's gonna find a way to stop crawling around you. See where I'm coming from? So this is the reason why we have all of this things that keep going on the way it's going on and how it's going on. See, ink pen, they turned everything to ink pen. You understand what I'm saying? So now what we have is all different color ink pens with all of them moving the same way. You understand now what I'm saying? To help people that's just like you, you will receive the same outcome. You have 40, 50 guys together. Them 40, 50 guys together are the same. Nobody correcting each other. Everybody's just going along with what's going on. Nobody's saying, hey, nah, that's wrong. Hey, man, that's wrong. Hey, woman, that's wrong. Nobody's saying that. Because the outcome of that is this right here. What if this person is the one that's blessing you? Or what if this woman is the one that's blessing you? You know, what I mean by that is this right here. What if this man or this woman is the one that's helping you pay your bills? You understand what I'm saying? And you know it's a snake, and you know it moves like a snake. If you correct it, you block your blessing. So this is the outcome of how some snitches is formed, right? That's why I say people tell on themselves more than anybody tell on them. Because they have a bunch of people around them who don't even care about them, that's only out for one thing. You understand what I'm saying? To help people that's just like you, you will have the same outcome. So if you know that you're a snake, go help a bird. If you know you're a bird, go help an alligator. Yeah, I'm using these different words right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't want 10 type of birds flocking around doing the same type of things. You don't want 40 type of snakes going around sizing everything up to wait till the day they can swallow them whole. And you sure don't want 50 alligators smiling in your face to see what they can get. And if you get 100 sharks around you, you better not show them no blood. Yeah, you better not show them no blood. But we're going to get off of that. We're going to talk about this right here. You know where I'm coming from? I wrote a proverb. I've been writing proverbs lately, right? I'm going to share one of these proverbs I wrote with you guys today. Well, I might share two of them. I'm going to share this one right here. Here go the first one I'm going to share with you guys. Just because it looks easy. Let me say it right. Here it go right here. Never think you know just because it looks easy. Sometimes it may take a stronger heart to complete the mission. So let me say it one more time if y'all didn't understand it. Let me say it one more time if you didn't understand it. Never think what you see is easy. Never think what you see is easy. It may take a stronger heart to complete that mission. Yeah, it may take a strong heart to complete that mission. See, the heart you can't see, you can only feel it. You understand me? So the actions that's getting took on the mission that someone is on, you may judge the action of it, but you don't see the heart. So let me say it one more time. Never think it look easy when you see it. It may take a strong heart to complete it. Yeah, that's one of them. You know where I'm coming from? And let me say this one right here. Here go another one I said. Make sure your feet move the same way your mouth do. Because people is looking at you. Yeah, they watching you. You understand what I'm saying? So what is you talking about? Your feet have to move the same way as you talking. Now, if you just talking something and your feet move in a totally opposite way, then that's a costume that you putting on while you talking it. You understand what I'm saying? But if you walking some way and you talking a certain way, then you have to pay what they say, actions speak louder than words. So sometimes you have to pay attention to the action more than you pay attention to the words. Because the words is almost like this, what I said. If you put all these different 5 groups of religion together, none of them going to come up with the answer after they done read the book. And what makes it so dangerous is this right here. Those who wrote it, the book, those who have parts of writing the riddles in the book, they're not here to ask none of them questions. This is the reason why everybody's still debating on the book that was wrote way back then. They still debating on what's right in it. Who first? Who not? Who chosen? Who ain't? When everybody is human. We all chosen. What makes it wrong is this right here. Somebody trying to control chosen people. It ain't somebody, you know. A group of people is trying to control chosen people. That's the only thing that makes it wrong. But we all chosen if we all understand that we all come from the same type of background. Let me say it that way. You know what I'm saying? We all human, right? We all have 2 legs. We all have feet. We all have arms. We all have the same thing and everything. Only thing changed is the colors of it, right? But we all human. So that's what I don't understand, why people trying to make themselves bigger and better than the next person. So this was created from back in the days, if you kind of understand it. It's almost like this, right? Started with tribes, right? Who created this word, gang members, right? Who created this word, gang bangers, gang members, and made a meaning of it, right? So my opinion, and this may not be my opinion, maybe some truth in it, right? Maybe they took what was called tribes back then and called it gangs today. Gave it a negative spin. So now when you have 20 tribe members in the same group together, hanging out at the store or hanging out on the corner or at the park playing basketball or either somewhere they at. Maybe if you have 40 tribe members hanging out together, they made it in a negative term now today to where now they comes and break it up. Well, back then that's how it all started, tribes, everybody together. So then I'm using this for a reason, right? So now if they breaking up groups, right in our eyes, we seeing this, right? Ain't that the proof to let you guys know that want nobody to come together? Some people want control. To put the negative frequency out here, to control the brains the way they control it, they can all easily stop all the problems that's going on out here by go down on the rent, go down on the gas prices, go down on the food prices, go down on a lot of things. And just like they gave everybody some money when the COVID-19 hit, give everybody $20,000, all the low-class people. Because the middle class is millionaires. That's what y'all don't know. Yeah, the middle class is millionaires on their way trying to be billionaires. So they don't need nothing. They don't need handouts. The upper class or the middle class don't need handouts. You know where I'm coming from? They already millionaires. Give the lower class people some money to play with. What you're going to have is probably what's went on. That's the reason why they're not going to do it. And this is just my opinion. So you had PPP loans came out, right? So they had people going in there getting this big loans, this big money. So the outcome of that, what you did was have some brothers and sisters going out there getting these food trucks. You know where I'm coming from? Making these food trucks popping, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about now food trucks is on every corner if you ever just looked at it, right? So now if you ever peep it out, McDonald's, well, I ain't gonna use nobody's name, cut that out. You know what I'm saying? I can't use nobody's name, so let me say this. The restaurants that was already here before these food trucks got here is no longer making the money that they was making because the food trucks is bringing in the money now. You understand what I'm saying? So the outcome was change the laws. They got to come up with some type of health thing. Now, if you don't have it this way, or have it that way, it comes in and take the truck away from you until you get your stuff back up and running, right? I say all that to say this right here. It have to be a time where we have to understand what's going on and how it's going on. Not to change it, we ain't got to change it. Let it be how it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't go against what's already been going on for so long. It ain't a mission of trying to change it or a mission trying to correct it. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing who you is and your position out here. It's like chess. You know where I'm coming from? Some people think the council, the knight, and the bishop and all that is important. You know where I'm coming from? But if you're really a good chess player, right? And you know what the pawns is and how the pawns do what they do, and the pawns know what they is too, you can use the pawns and make them just as stronger than your knights and your bishops. If you use your pawns the correct way. This game is chess today. It ain't checkers where you can just jump over people, jump on them, hang them and all that. It's chess now. Put pieces in the correct places. Not to change nothing. Nah, we knowing what they doing. They ain't trying to help. The reset button is being pushed to send everybody back to where they started at. But we're going to get off of that because I wasn't even trying to get on that, but we're going to get off of that. I was trying to get on something else. Yeah, we're going to get off of that. Yeah, we're going to get off of that. Yeah, we're going to get off of that. We're going to talk about this right here before we get out of here, right? And I'm going to say this before I even get on it, because I'm speaking in my opinion. So let me say that. We have people, but let me say it this way first. I heard some people speaking on the podcast channels. They was going at each other's throats, about who started on first base and who started on second base or who started on third base, right? So when I was checking out these podcasts and I was seeing the guys talking about this third base, using that as a life thing, so I'm going to break it down in my ways and how I look at this too. And I'm going to use the happy with $2 in this situation that I'm talking about, right? Some that was born on first base, right? The mission is to be happy with what you got. Happy with what's going on. Understanding that the only way you can get to second base if someone hit a home run. And if they don't hit a home run, maybe they just got to be able to pop the ball up in the sky a little bit, right in the middle of left field and right field. Or I can't say that because center field gonna catch it. So let me say this. Maybe they need to just put a pop fly right between center field and left field and let it land at the perfect spot. Then you can travel to second base, right? Other than that, be happy with where you're at, with the $2 that you have, or whatever you have at that time. Now I'm gonna say this. Those who started off on second base, you really supposed to be blessed. You have $2 in extra. Yeah, you have $2 with a little extra dollars with it. So the outcome of what you got going on is sure. Understanding the mission of sharing. The more people that you can get on second base, the more people will have to listen to what you're talking about. Because the proof is in the pudding. You showing that you got people to second base along with you. You understand what I'm saying? And when you see that first base, the first base runner coming in, trying to slide, make sure you're on your way to third. Don't stand there and get threw out. So know also that you have to be able to go to third base. So now we're talking about third base. Oh, you almost home. Yeah, you born on third base, you almost home. You know what I'm saying? So everything you then created and came about, it came with the extra tools that you had. You know what I'm saying? The favoritism that you received. You know where I'm coming from? See, you third base people need to stop turning y'all's back on second base and first base. Y'all need to understand what it took and how it took y'all to get off of first to second to third base. Because it was a story shared with you, how that happened if you was born already on third base. It was a story shared with you. And you got homeboys that's around you that's on first and second base. They shared the story too. So I said this too earlier. To help people that's just like you're able to get a good outcome if you're a good person. But if you're a bad person, to help people just like you get a lot of bad things happening. So if you're a person on third base and you're not right, and you helping people, you really jeopardizing the mission. Nobody's gonna be able to find their way home no more. They're gonna be stuck trying to get to third base and happy with what they got going on, destroying other people to stay on third base. When the outcome shouldn't even be that. I shared this in a couple of stories a while back. I said this, it should be a rule. Once you get $2 million, you should be able to help the next person get $2 million. With the outcome of the next person giving you a 10% cut off of that $2 million because you helped them. And that should go on and 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 on until it can't go on no more. But the outcome of this, where I'm saying, third base people, they want more than $2 million. So they cut each other's throats. But we're going to get off of that and we're going to get on this right here before we get up out of here, like I said. Something that I already shared, I'm going to share it again. Jealousy and hate was formed from a negative frequency. That is not what our heart pump, hate, or jealousy. That's not what it is. No, that's not what it is. The outcome of it is this, I'm going to share it again. Some people want to be just like someone else or want to have some of the things that someone else have. Once we understand that we all are superhumans with powers, that makes nobody different, no matter what they have or have. That makes everybody the same. The outcome of that is this. Yes, our gifts, our blessings and gifts and everything is different. You know, because it goes back to some may be able to touch more than be able to see. Some be able to hear more than able to walk. So therefore, the gifts that they receive, the knowledge that they receive is not going to be the same type of knowledge and the blessings that others receive. So once we understand that part of it right there, there's no reason to hate on what the next person have. There's no reason to be jealous because this person have more attention than the next person. Because it's almost like I keep saying this, sweat travels from your head all the way down to the feet. Sweat do not come from the feet up to the head. It travels down. You understand me? So the outcome is this. 2 + 2 is 4. It'll never be 5. And my meaning ain't what was in a book, or so what someone else read, or what somebody else put it out there as. My meaning is this. When you know it's right, that's 2 + 2 = 4. When you know that it's wrong, stop making people believe it when you know 2 + 2 will never be 5. You know it's wrong. Yeah, and this is wise thoughts, wise moves, wise clues for you guys to be wise too. Ha ha. And I'm the wise guy who once was that fool. I swear to God on my blunt. And I'm up out of here. Ha ha.